Hey everyone, it's Ryan from Actually Agents. This is a segment from our weekly mastermind where we talked about what's working on Instagram and what's not working on Instagram for real estate agents. You can attend these free every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern live. You can join with the link in the bio, and I hope to see you at the next one. Have a good listen.
Okay, so Instagram keeps stating that what they want, especially for this coming year, is original content. They want original content. They want to get away from like trends. They don't. That is a blatant lie. They just want you to repost the trending audio ad nauseum. When you try to make original content, it doesn't do well. But if I repost an audio, that does way better. So I was like, what's the incentive to make anything on your own?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
want original content in the sense that they want your face on a predetermined format that they've decided is brand friendly to the platform.
Oh, it's just so gross. I hate doing every time I do a trending audio, I hate it. But I'm like, well, maybe we'll see.
I mean, if it works, it works,
Right. The
right?
dog flopped. I posted the dog. She's the one that got 162 view flopped. She was getting like almost 14,000.
Not enough jump cuts. Just
Oh
add more
yeah.
jump cuts.
That yeah, I was yeah, I just did a short one. I was watching something, I don't know, I watch like all these YouTubers when I can't sleep. 7 seconds they said is like the key zone, and then if it's gonna be longer than that, then do cuts every 7 seconds. Um, and I'm sure that's based on how long an attention span lasts, which is incredible. But yeah.
Oh, dude, nobody has any attention span anymore. I caught my mom watching Facebook Reels the other day. Like this whole short form video format has completely overtaken every single social media platform. Snapchat. I had no idea Snapchat has a Instagram Reels feature. I don't know what we even call this. They have a short form video like scroll feature.
Yeah, I saw that. Um, I was watching somebody else that was talking about that. Yeah, the YouTube shorts I know are pushing really hard too. I met with my videographer for a listing the other day, and he was saying he's like, all right, the things that I give you, he's like, make sure you put it on the YouTube shorts. He's like, because they're so new, they really are just throwing them all out there. Like you have a better chance with that to get noticed.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll tell you something me and Foreman did today. And this was the first time I've ever done it after like recommending it to people because I was just regurgitating uh, you know, tips and tricks. Batch content creation. Me and Foreman had a little session today. Um, the whole idea being like we take clips from these masterminds and post them on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, and we cut the real good bits and throw them on for like long form video for the YouTube. And the big problem we come across is because these are audio only events, all these algorithms want like people's faces. So me and Foreman got together today like we were quote unquote filming a podcast, but the whole idea was just to create some trendy clips out of it. This is what you should do. He asked me a question. I answer it. I regurgitate some tips or tricks that I saw here. And this is actually something I think real estate agents could do. And what did I say to you, Foreman? Like you see these podcast clips on TikTok and YouTube, and like you almost get a feeling they don't even run a podcast.
Oh,
It's
dude.
just it's just a
I'm,
guy talking in front of a computer with a
I'm
boom.
Yeah, we had that meeting with Boo, who people know, but he even mentioned like you got to play the part, you got to have the nice setup, and dude, just like you know, you get the mic in front of you or whatever you're doing, it's a perfect opportunity. If you're short on content, find someone in your office, go, hey, let's get some content together. Just go back and forth, set up a webcam, ask each other questions. Next thing you know, you got content filled out for the next month. You know.
Yeah. You get a $20 boom microphone stand, attach a cucumber to it or whatever looks like a microphone, and speak into your AirPods if you want. But Just if short form video is where it's going and you don't want to go through the entire effort of creating a long form podcast and getting guests and whatever, and we're going to have a special event coming up here on the server all about long form content, and it's in the works right now. That's all I'll say. But just get a buddy, get on a Zoom or a Google Meet, or even Discord has a video functionality, and have your partner ask you, like, basically set you up for a slam dunk. Like, Musco, you're in Oregon, so get your partner on there and be like, Lauren, what are you seeing in the Oregon market right now? Is it dead like the news is saying? And then you get in there, high energy. No, not away. Actually, I got some stats right here. You pull up your paper. Last month, such and such numbers. This month, these numbers. So you tell me what you think, right? No one knows that you don't run a podcast. It just looks like you're speaking from an authoritative position, and you get to speak on whatever the hell you want to relay to your audience. And it fits that short form video style that all these algorithms seem to be pushing.
Can
And
I tell you, that's what I've been thinking. Like, I want to do that. I'm like, oh, I could just do the setup in the office or green screen, whatever, especially if it's just film for Instagram, but like YouTube, I mean, easy enough. I can't find anyone like here that'll like play and match my energy. Everybody's very like cautious of if you could look back and see, it's like everybody's very stiff and scared, and I'm like, oh, I just need somebody that like will play. Like, I like theatrics, and like, I'm like, okay, you whatever face you're making, exaggerate it. Like, be a cartoon character. It looks better on film. Um,
I was just
but
about
no,
to say, I mean, if you can't find anyone at your office, you got a whole community here. Hell, even I'll jump on a 15-minute, 30-minute call, get you some clips,
what did we do, Foreman? We did 30 minutes today, and we think we got 15 different content pieces out of
Yeah.
30 minutes.
I mean, dude, if any of you guys here, I'm glad we would hop on a 30-minute call. I'll just send you over the recording. I'm not going to edit it for you. But, if this is something you want to do or anything, just, utilize the Discord. I'm happy to do that. That's easy for me.
yeah, that would be
And I get content out of it. You tag me in it. I'm a lender, like it. I'd be happy. To anyone here, offer extend
right.
extends.
Great voice.
Say again, Goose.
Count me in. Like, if anybody's looking for a partner or somebody to record with, I'd be more than happy to.
There you go, Musco.
Yeah, I'll do that. My last dog's name was Goose, so I like you already. We're good.
Well,
And
this is the great thing about this community, and I said this to Foreman in our 30-minute call, where it was an hour call, and he spent 30 minutes of it gaslighting me that my audio was fucked up. It was a problem on his end. But this is what I said. Like, one of the greatest things about, and this is one of the clips too, one of the greatest things about online communities like this Discord is you are not relegated to the people who are within arm's reach at your office. The top producer in your office is not going to teach you how they became a top producer. They might give you some of the ingredients, but they'll never give you the entire recipe. Because at the end of the day, no matter, I don't care if it's a we're a family Keller Williams office, like, y'all are competition. Whereas when you get on here, like, Goose is in Connecticut, Musco, you're in Oregon, like, there's no way in hell Goose is going to compete with you for market share in Oregon. In fact, like, he'll tell you everything he's doing, and Musco, we know, will tell you everything she's doing. She does a ton of business because we're not really competition here. And by the way, I know you tell agents in your area too. Like, you're not coveting the information. I'm just using it as an example, Lauren.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. But also, it's like, what are the chances? I've never run into the same, like, oh, we're trying to get the same client. Like, I love what you say. What is it? Rising tide lifts all ships. Dude, that's what it is. Just if there's a better agent than me out here, and if I give them information and they do more with it, that's on them and that's on me for not doing more.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
like
So I 100% want to hear back. It doesn't have to be by next week, but at some mastermind, I need Goose and Lauren here and being like, yeah, we just filmed a bunch of short form content clips, and we both feel all the better for it.
I
And
look
I
forward to it.
How did you film it? How was the setup?
we met in a Discord. Were we on Discord, Ryan? Yeah.
Yeah, we went on Discord, just both put on our face cams. I recorded it side by side. I'm going to edit it later. Like I said, you just need someone recording it, pass over the audio, and whoever you want to pay, or whether you want to do the editing yourself. Even you don't even need to edit it, I guess, but probably better to. And yeah, I mean, dude, you could, like I said, you could pop. Luca and I could have had our session over in 20 minutes if we really wanted. And we got.
If
Yeah.
if we about audio technical
All right.
problem.
But nah, I mean, and like some of the clips were awesome. And like Lucas said, you just go up there, maybe your local market, just say, hey, I heard whatever city, Oregon, is not doing so well. And you just respond, blah, blah, blah. Now you have a film set up, and instead of it, you could also, I mean, if you don't want to go out and find someone, you could also go the route which everyone else is doing. I mean, you look at like Ken Pozak on his Instagram. I've seen it really often. They're just talking in front of a mic. They're not even having people ask them questions, or they're reading off questions that they made and then they answer it themselves. So you got, there's tons of opportunity.
Yeah, nobody's going to scroll across your 60-second video and like want to fact check you. Like, even if you didn't have a partner and you wanted to do the same thing, like Ryan referenced Ken, who's been on our masterminds, and you just want to sit in front of a camera reading off a sheet, and you just say, here are some of the most popular questions that I get asked about X market, right? And it doesn't even have to be educational. I'm just using a lot of educational examples, but one of the clips me and Ryan filmed was what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you as a real estate agent? And that sets me up to tell a very funny story that would be very jarring and out of context if I were to just post it on my feed, thinking like if I was to do this as a residential agent, like I wouldn't find a real good way to share this embarrassing story about how I clucked at an agent like a chicken, right? But by setting it up in this format, it makes it seem like this is just one funny clip out of a much broader conversation that we had, right?
Right. Yeah, I just looked up that Ken. I wasn't following him. I like his format, the way that he has it vertical, he's close up. Like, is he? I mean, I don't think he's just filming with his phone, though, is he?
Dude, don't get mired in the weeds, Musco.
No, I will.
If he was using a $3,000 camera, it wouldn't make a fucking difference, right?
Yeah.
It's just the idea. And you see, I know if anyone here has ever gotten sucked into YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or TikToks, eventually you're going to come across a podcast clip or what appears to be from a podcast clip.
That's
right?
all I see anymore. It's funny that you bring that up because now all I see on, like you just said, TikTok, Instagram, all that shit, it's like the middle of a question or they're answering a question. But that's it. I mean, it's just like a very
podcast.
Huh?
You ever go watch the podcast?
You know what's funny? Sometimes I do because it makes me want to go fucking watch it.
Well, that's excellent. But sometimes you don't.
Oh,
right?
no, not all of them. You know what I mean? But I did notice that it's people like you said. They're taking little minute pieces of something and just putting it up. It's like, yeah, here's 20 seconds from whatever. That's it. And it's just over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. So it exists. Just rip off the format, right? And you don't have to go through the rigmarole of actually starting a podcast, which if you do want to start a podcast this year, we're going to have a whole event about that that's in the works. And there I go teasing it again. So there's a good so if reels are feeling stale to you, Lauren, and you hate the trending audios, there's a new format for you to throw yourself at and try out, and you have a partner to do it with.
Yeah, I genuinely do. And like I said, I'm an insomniac and I watch YouTube in the evening to kind of unwind. And I just started watching all of these YouTubers talking about their Instagram and what they do. And then just even watching them do that in podcast form on YouTube, I'm like, oh, I love this. I love what they're doing. And just looking at their backgrounds, looking at, like I said, like the little mic they have on the table and stuff like that. And there's always like colored background, you know, the walls either reflecting like pink or blue or a combination of the two. Um, there is a I do the paralysis by analysis, you know that. I'm like, oh shit, what are you gonna say? That's a value. What is it? Anyone want to listen to you? And you slur
Why
your words.
when you start asking about what technology he's using because it doesn't make a difference.
Ugh.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
I mean,
I've seen podcast clips show up of dudes in their garage and I've seen podcast clips of dudes with their $5,000 camera, and it's like they're all showing up on the algorithm. People just like the face, they like the captions, and they like the easily consumable content at the end of the day.